It's on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Goofin Off podcast. I am your secondary host, Tom X Game 69, here with Tux Burrito, if you will.
I
I
didn't.
had to do the intro because he doesn't know how to combat his social anxiety, but that's okay.
I didn't think you go for straight radio host, but that works too. I mean,
Dude, I don't know where that voice came from. You just said go, and that's the voice that I picked.
go and it sounds like someone announcing JFK on the radio in '63. like,
That was way too much enthusiasm. Could you imagine? Fucking 1960, 1963. Hi, welcome to the 11. Who's our president just got his head blown off. Some would say he got some bomb a head. Kathleen Kennedy with the news.
they're
And
just
trying
like,
to blow.
and James Dean on next. That was Frank
Instead of your
Sinatra's My
regularly
Way.
instead of your regularly scheduled whatever was playing in the 1963s, we will be having an in memoriam. Frank Sinatra will be singing the national anthem.
You just hear the wah wah wah.
So like, I love how the first episode, we literally just came up with the name like 5 seconds before he pressed start. By the way, so the first episode we're already getting into the conspiracies.
JFK was
JFK
killed
was
by the
actually,
CIA.
no, JFK was actually killed by the dolphins, so that way the mermaid mafia could get their leprechaun gold.
You said Dolphins. I genuinely thought you meant like the football team. I'm like, I don't think they had a hand in that.
Miami
The
Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins single-handedly drove to Dallas in 1963 and shot the president.
I mean, if you listen to the Zapruder film, you can definitely hear some clicking in the background.
From the observatory, you hear Lee Harvey Oswald.
He was using echolocation to find where the bullet
He
is,
did not act
because the bullet
alone.
doesn't know where it is.
There was
He
three other dolphins on the road. The babushka lady is a dolphin.
I like Wendigoon if he had autism.
I wouldn't good if he was slow in the head and had a way more
Dude,
trauma.
dude, I love how like we went into this with just unbridled, just yeah, let's do a podcast. I don't know what we should name it. I don't know what channel we should put it on. I don't even know what the first podcast is gonna be, but we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, and it's already started with JFK was murdered by dolphins. I mean, I feel like at least one. I'm definitely getting a strike at least once. Honestly, you gotta get it out of
Dude,
the way early.
the CIA and the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, would like to know your location.
I go to upload my next video, and just I have to now leave my camera unplugged from the computer, or else they're gonna find me quicker.
They're gonna know what you look. They know how to find you.
If they were good at their job, they already have me.
Yeah, dude, the government knows too much. Okay, we need to no.
Wait, Thomas, too early for that.
It's, once we get more followers,
Then
then
we
we'll
can
talk about
indoctrinate
the
them into
government.
conspiracy theories. Got it.
Yeah, no political though.
No political.
Zero politics here. Never gonna get political.
Political.
Um, yeah, never gonna get political.
God, I love Sesame Street politics.
So I guess the one topic I can bring up, because it's the one thing I wrote down on my phone, was I've been trapped in the bathroom 3 times in my life.
Yeah, you sent me that, and I didn't know how to respond or where to go from that. But I'm like, yeah, that sounds fine.
It sounds like an average Tuesday for him.
I've been trapped in a bathroom a few times, but I've been trapped inside like workplace freezers more than anything.
See, but like when you tell somebody, "Oh, I've been stuck in a freezer before," it's like, "Oh yeah, we've all worked at like insert fast food restaurant here." But when you walk up and go, "Yeah, I've been trapped in a bathroom," and it's happened 2 other times, people tend to look at you funny.
Like it feels like, are you just so stupid you can't unlock the fucking stall or figure out how a lock works?
So, so okay, one of them was I was in elementary school and I just couldn't figure out that I had locked the door.
Like the actual bathroom door?
Yeah, so like like in a lot of elementary school bathrooms, like pre-K, like I'm sorry, not pre-K, kindergarten to first, they have like the bathrooms in the classroom so the kids don't get lost.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, where like
I
the
have a
toilet
side
was in
story
the
for that.
fucking like in the actual like classroom and stuff.
Yeah,
My that's how my little brother's was, and it sketched me out. And I have a side story for that after yours.
dude. So yeah, I have a side story after the main, first telling of getting stuck. Yeah, no, I basically just forgot that there was a lock there, and then I started to cry and get scared that I'm now trapped in the bathroom, and the teacher had to like go get the janitor to unlock it. And I was like, oh. And then I still forgot. I forgot to go to the
You
bathroom,
didn't
so
even go to the bathroom.
so I had to go back in. Like 5 seconds later, and she was like, "Okay, so this is how the lock works." And I felt so, like, yeah, I was small because I was a kid, but I felt even smaller at that moment. I was like, I know
The
how locks work,
the most emasculated you've ever been was in kindergarten.
dude. Um, but no, so my other side story with that is the first day of kindergarten. Like, you know how a lot of kids are immediately, oh my God, I miss mom and dad, like trying to, run back to their parents and all that.
Yeah.
Like from what I remember, I kind of was, I guess. I'd have to talk to my dad. He would know more. He has a better memory, of that time in my life. But first day of kindergarten, I had to go to the bathroom. I thought that that was a closet.
Oh,
It's closet shaped. It's why would they have a bathroom here? And the only other bathroom that I knew about in the school was at the main office.
what the
So, my 5-year-old goofy self just was like, "Teacher, I gotta go to the bathroom." So I go up to the front office and I'm like in the bathroom there, and when I'm walking out, and like one of the teachers like runs up and goes, "Oh my God, is your name so and so?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, we thought we lost you."
uh,
They had to call my dad.
uh,
They called my dad, thinking that they lost me.
oh my god.
And he was like, "How do you lose him on the first day?"
Literally, how did you lose him? First, like, we got a runner. We have a runner now. Load the trank darts.
Like I was some escaped convict.
Literally, SCPT has left the building.
Yeah, so what is your brother's bathroom story?
So, when he was younger and everything, we had visited his classroom and everything. And it was before like my mom started homeschooling him. And I went in, I met his teachers and everything. I'm like, man, I have to use the bathroom. I just like, I think I just had about at least $25 worth of Taco Bell in my system. And then my mom was like, oh, we gotta go pick up your little brother. I'm like, well, I should be fine till we get home. So I get in and we're like looking around the classroom and everything, and my stomach just gurgles. And I look around, I'm like, I am dead. This is it. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know where the bathroom is in this school. And she goes, I think that's one over there. So I sprint to the bathroom and I unload. It was nonstop for about 5 minutes, and you know that there's no sound buffer between the door and the classroom.
Oh, everyone knows what you're doing in there.
Everything was silent, and you just hear me going. And I exit the room, I close the door, and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, I'm gonna step outside now and just grab me when
I,
you guys are done.
I don't wish to exist anymore.
I literally did not know what to do with myself. And then I got in the car with my mom after she was done. And she just looks at me. I look at her. I'm like, Mom, I think I just unleashed hell in that classroom, and I think there might need to be gas masks put in schools. It was rough.
So,
It was rough.
bro, I'm just glad we both embarrassed ourselves in elementary school.
I was 15. I wasn't even in
Oh,
elementary school.
oh, oh
I
no,
was like
buddy.
15. Got it.
Those kindergartners were like, yeah, that high schooler's a loser. Let's not talk to
Literally.
him.
Look at him in his black pants, his pierced the veil shirt. He just shit in the floor.
Tonight will not be the night that I talk to him.
Fuck off.
Uh, so second Second time I got locked in the bathroom was in middle school.
Okay.
Um,
Nice jump. Nice jump. At least you went through the
yeah,
entirety of elementary school. No more incidents.
yeah, no, like I finally figured out how the locks work, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm happy. I was having like a really bad stomach issue that day,
Mm-hmm.
so went to the nurse, and the nurse is like, oh well, just go to the bathroom. I was like, oh yeah, thanks, genius. I never thought of that. Okay, let me go sit in the bathroom for a couple minutes, realize, oh yeah, nothing's happening, and then go back to you and see what your medical professional is opinion. So I go sit in the bathroom, and like I'm sitting in there, and I hear what sounds like a metal cage rattling,
Uh,
and I'm like, what? I was like, what the heck was that? So apparently, during like main school events where they want to close off the bathrooms, they have a like those gates you see in the front of like city shopping centers where like they close up everything.
like the diamond shaped ones and everything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your
yeah,
fucking school had that just for the bathrooms.
yeah. They
Okay.
locked it. So they were testing to see because they had just got them fixed. They were testing to see if one they worked and two if the key still worked. Little spoiler alert here for the story. The key didn't fucking work. So, without even making sure no one was in the bathroom, they just shut it, go, oh no, this doesn't open. Well, thankfully nobody's in this bathroom, and then leave.
Oh,
So imagine my surprise when I get out of the stall, stomach still hurting, and look in front of me, and all I see is a big red gate with like the school emblem painted on it. And I'm like, ah, yes,
the
what
actual
is going
gates
on?
of hell.
Yes. So I'm just sitting there like screaming and shaking the gate, trying to like get it to open or do like get someone's attention. It took them like maybe 5 minutes to realize, somebody heard me. So it was I think it was like the special needs teacher or something had found me. Yeah, the
I
special
don't know why
needs
that's
teacher found
funny.
me in there. I was like, oh, you found one escaping. But no, uh, it was just my goofy ass standing there, and she just looks at me. She's like, "How did you get back there?" And I was like, "I don't know. I went to the bathroom, I opened the stall, and this was in front of me." So they had to like get three other teachers involved, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't have the key for it. It's gonna be like 30 minutes before a locksmith can come and unlock this."
Uh,
So I don't know if you know this, but you kind of can't just leave kids caged in a bathroom ethically.
oh, it's not. It's an ethical issue. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Oh, well, I was about to get political for a second. Let me not do that.
Don't do that.
Um,
Not episode 1. We gotta wait till at least episode 13.
yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
Episode 13,
Um,
political time.
so luckily one of the teachers there, their husband was there to see them for lunch, and they were a firefighter. So he kind of helped me like navigate climbing up, and then as I like, because there was like maybe like a foot of space, probably 6 inches. I don't remember. I was young. Um, and they had to like he got me up there. So like I'm resting. Half my body is towards them, and the other half is towards like not freedom. So I'm laying there like that, and I get stuck
Uh,
between the gate and the ceiling, and I'm pressing all my body weight down, center mass. Kind of hurt a certain place. So her her husband grabs one of my legs, grabs my shoulder, pushes me into the ceiling, and like drags me the rest of the way down back to freedom. And they're like, "Okay, just classes have changed now, so you're good. You can just go back to class like nothing happened." I'm like, just a stupid fucking little kid, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense." Oh, they called my dad for this one as well. He
I
was
would too.
slightly less happy. He was he was slightly less happy during that call.
I'm
And
sorry, he was stuck where?
yeah, no, it like he went off, threatened to sue them, uh, for endangering his child. And like it wasn't until like I got home, because like I thought it was like, oh, I got stuck in the bathroom, whatever. Like I thought it was funny.
Right.
Um, but it wasn't until he brought up the fact of like, what if a fire had happened? And I'm like, oh yeah, I could have died.
Literally, you would
Like
have been dead.
several several incidences, I would have just been like completely like I'm dead, I'm gone.
I'm not
It would have saved
seeing
me from one
anyone
of
ever
those
again.
incidences that, yeah, would have saved me from a very popular sport in school right now. But not gonna get political.
Remember episode 13.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was
So,
that's the time I
so
got.
he went from elementary school, middle school. So I'm assuming naturally last one was high school.
Nope,
Middle school again?
nope.
Public?
Yeah, after I graduated high school.
Okay.
So I did. I worked in the construction field. Out doing work there.
Mm-hmm.
And on a lot of job sites they have porta potties.
Oh my god. Okay.
So what had happened was apparently so each job site has like a different day when they do the scrub down. They just take a hose and like hose that thing down. Well, apparently it was in this contract that 30 minutes before the hose down crew came, they were to lock the bathrooms so that way it like I don't know why, but I was just like, okay, whatever. So I went to the bathroom, and as I'm in the bathroom, they just lock it.
Just lock it casually.
Yeah, they just walk up, lock it, keep walking. I didn't pay attention. I had my headphones in, you know. So I go to leave the bathroom and it's locked. So I'm trapped again. I'm like, how does this keep happening?
What did I do in a past life to deserve this?
Who did I piss off? So I'm sitting there, like, what do I do here? Oh, I'll call my foreman and see if he can help. Nope, there's no cell service on this job site.
Oh,
So I'm like, all right, time for plan B. I'm about to beat the fuck out of this door. I don't know what that lock or that door was made of, but apparently my work boot and my leg were not strong enough that day to kick the door down. So at some point, somebody finally noticed, hey, that porta potty's moving kind of a lot.
right.
Um, so they come by, the dude who locked up the bathrooms come by and like opens up the porta potty. As I go to like kick the door for the last time, so he unlocks it, and as soon as he unlocks it, I kick the door, and that's when the screws on the lock decide to break off. The lock is still on the door.
Spartan kicked the fucking door.
I guess I finally weakened it enough with the hit points of it to the point where it finally weakened, and the door just swings open, about hits this dude in the face. I'm staring at him, and he's staring at me, and he's like, "What are you doing in there?" I was like, "I don't know. I just had to go to the bathroom, and now it's locked." And he goes, "Oh, what company do you work for?" And I was like, "Fuck you." Just walked. I was like, "No." I was like, "No, you're not gonna get me in trouble for being stuck in a bathroom."
The raid boss was the porta potties along the way.
Dude, I heard Dark Souls music as I was kicking that door down. Like,
I can't parry. He keeps parrying all my attacks.
oh my god, dude, that was the same. I don't. Did I ever tell you about the crackhead
I
incident?
can't remember.
So it's same job site. Like it was not in the best part of our state. I'll put it that way. Um.
Fair. I think I
So
know where then.
yeah. So as I'm just going about my day, I see the cops are there, and I'm like, oh great, why are the cops here? I'm going talking around to different different crews that are on the job site, and one dude was like, oh yeah, there's a crackhead in the porta potty.
Uh,
And I was like, oh, okay, typical. They normally just kind of come down here and use the bathroom. He's like, no, he's in the porta potty. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, he's using the bath. He's like, no, he's in the porta potty. I'm like,
like the
this,
the
this
bottom.
man, He crawled into the actual porta potty itself for whatever reason
I
and got stuck.
so in the actual bowl of the porta potty, this man's just sitting.
Where where the human waste goes, he is now stuck, holding his head barely above where the week of human waste has been resting.
Oh, I don't, I would not be the same person after that. I would get sober. That's a scared straight moment, dog.
I saw them finally get him out. The cops are like fully kitted out in like all rain gear and stuff to arrest this man. And for a solid 5 minutes, they're arguing whose car are we gonna put this guy in.
Oh, I'd be arguing too. I'm like, I don't want crackhead Steve in my car.
They're like, I don't want him in my car. It's like, no, well, he's not getting in my car. So I think they put him in like some poor rookie's car, so he had to clean it up afterwards.
Oh, the poor dude.
Like I felt so bad, but I was like, crackhead covered in poo.
That is, I would hate to be the cop car, just the cop driving that man to the station, because you know it. You're like, I'm like 10 miles out. I'm like 10 miles out. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Dude, I wouldn't like for me it wouldn't be like the filth of having to clean it. Like, yeah, that's gonna suck. But the stench while you're going
Oh
down
my
the road
god. Oh yeah,
or like
because
having to clean like
it
it's a week's worth of construction waste.
it's the week worth of construction waste mixed with the chemical smell mixed with whatever else is falling in there. So you have every factor of stench.
Probably like a week's worth of cigarette butts and dip spit.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, that's a scared straight moment. If that was me, I would be sober as a gopher for the rest of my life. Alcohol, no thanks. I have a Capri Sun at home.
Yeah, dude, like oh, like and like yeah, I'm laughing about it. It's like, dude, I feel bad for him. Like you know your life is going downhill if you find yourself at the bottom of a shitter.
I want to know what part of crack-induced psychosis caused him to go in there.
I don't know. We had a bad issue with like drug dealers to the point where like you just see somebody walking around and assume, oh, they must be, like they must work on the site because like there's a lot of people that just look rough as shit, from
Right.
just how life is. And then later on, we'd hear about like, hey, did you see this guy walking around? It's like, I mean, yeah, probably. Why? He just stole like $1,000 worth of copper lining.
And
Oh,
it's like, and y'all let him?
I was like, oh, I just thought he was a painter.
He looked like it. I just thought that's how they looked.
Like, dude, he had beat up clothes. Like every painter that I ever seen on a job site, like they had like holes all over their clothes, like stains everywhere. It's like they just don't know how to eat soup.
They don't know how to eat
Like
soup.
like not insulting the painters. They were probably some of the like best people to score like a fifth off of if that's what you're interested in. But like dude, it was just
It's just the very specific and fifth off of. How can you go from not ragging on the painters, but best person you can buy a fifth off of in the same sentence?
dude, when you work a job site, you learn who to trust and who has the good shit.
I so not Pat ever then.
Yeah, definitely not that motherfucker. He's got holes in his brain.
Dude, every time he sees
I,
me, he hugs me and I just get scared.
dude, I love how the first podcast we didn't even introduce like anything about either of us.
No, we just went in.
We
Is it too
jumped
late? Like, should we
straight-
should we do that now? I feel like we're
Yeah,
obligated.
that's how we close it out.
I just play the entire video in reverse. It's like, man, these guys are demonic. I don't know. Introduce yourself finally, Thomas. I mean, we're already almost at the 30-minute mark. I feel like won't make much difference now.
Yeah, so I kind of introduced myself as my gamer tag, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm Tom. Uh, I like to do hot boy shit. like
So
buy
sleep.
fifths off of painters at job sites, and
Win anime
get locked in
figures and claw
bathrooms.
games.
It's not an addiction, Mom. It's who I am.
The least
Um,
least closeted neat I know, actually.
dude, yeah, dude, it is okay. So, oh my, we live in a rural state, and people assume by the way like I dress outside of just outside of the internet, everyone assumes it's like, oh, you have the look of somebody who owns like a big truck and makes fun of different races and people. It's like, no, not really.
I
I
do
just
got a
kind of
big
do what
truck
I do.
though.
Yeah, yeah, I do got a big truck, but I also like anime. And like it freaks people out. They're like, "Whoa, whoa, you like anime?" It's like, yeah, obviously.
I have a Kana sticker on the back of my Ford F-150. She's my favorite.
Did you ever insult me saying that I own a F-150 again?
You did though.
I did. I did own an F-150. Shittiest truck I ever owned.
At least,
Didn't even run.
well, I hope not. I hope it drive instead of run.
Didn't even drive. I drove it twice, and then it broke down, and I sold it to my friend for like a net loss of $1,000.
I mean, I feel like that works. I don't know how the fuck. I don't know how to introduce myself. I don't talk. I'm trying to like figure out the best way to do it. I mean, I'm Tux. I have a YouTube channel where I post horror content. I don't like going outside, and the only time I will is if I'm tending to a garden or going to work. Other than that, it's to hang out with this dipshit.
Yeah. We met actually on a job site.
Hated my guts. Hated my guts immediately.
Oh yeah, well, it's because of who you were friends with.
I wish
Dude.
he had gotten locked into the bathroom multiple times.
Oh my God, they never tell. Oh, I don't know if I can tell that story.
You can't tell that story.
Okay,
I know
Okay,
what story you're gonna
but
say, but I don't think you can.
can't tell that one. On theme for the video so far, but can't tell the
I mean,
story.
I feel like if you word it in a way that, because I know what you're gonna say, but I feel like if you word it right, you should be good.
All right, if I don't word it right, just cut that part.
No, it's gonna stay in. I've heard worse on YouTube. It's fine.
So, anyways, there was a broken bathroom at the place we worked at, and the policy was knock 3 times. Don't if you hear a noise, don't open the door. We all NVIDIA, why are you letting me know things now? Okay, cool. Um, the so that was the policy, right? So Will here has definitely heard me knock on that bathroom door.
It is a cop knock. It is, you have been selling drugs to children for 5 years straight. You better open the door.
Yeah, it is.
You just hear.
It's not.
I'm sitting there, and all you hear is.
It is not. We are coming back with a search warrant. We already have the search warrant, and this is a warning.
This is a no knock raid. You better be ready.
So I proceed to knock very hard 3 times against the door. Don't hear a response. So I go, okay, assume it's safe to open. I open the door to see Will's then friend with his phone in his left hand
And
and
something else
his
in the
right
right.
hand. He was shaking hands with the milkman.
You said that. All I can think is the Psychonauts clip. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
But I then proceed to scream at him and slam the door. And like, what, 2 weeks later he quit?
Yeah, I still to this day believe I'm the reason he quit that job.
Probably.
There's no way I'm not.
But yeah. So
Yeah, Tom here hated my guts immediately because of that guy. And first conversation was like, "What kind of watch you have?" Because I worked at Verizon for a while, and he was talking to me, and then that was the extent of our conversation for like a month. And then we go to do another part of the job site, and he's there. I'm like, "Why do you just have a Mountain Dew bottle in your back pocket?" And he just spits it. I'm like, "Ah, he's gonna kill me in my sleep if I say something wrong."
Like I've been told that I give off the vibe of somebody that is just does not like being fucked around with.
You give off the vibe that if I do one wrong thing, I need to have level 5 plates.
But like only if you're a federal agent. Cut that
Episode
one.
13! Episode 13! Episode 13!
For legal reasons, my lawyer has advised me to say that this is a joke.
For legal reasons, it's educational purposes in Minecraft.
Yeah. So
You tried so hard to whisper it.
the first time I ever had to deal with you, was when you and him were walking across the parking lot, and I was like late for work, so I'm already speeding. And I just see these two guys waddling across the fucking parking lot, slam on my brakes, proceed to yell at them through my closed car window, and drive off. And from that day on, I was like, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. I hate him.
Yep.
Like, he almost made me late for work. And then like I think it was after you worked with one of the other guys that like I was cool with.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you know that Tux guy? He's pretty chill. I was like, oh well, if he likes him, I'll probably definitely like him. So then we started fucking around. I was like, oh shit, he actually is pretty chill.
And then I distanced myself from my associate as fast as humanly possible and did not speak to him and let him fail.
You even like, I think it was a while after you admitted, you're like, yeah, I kind of wish I'd met you guys first, because he's like, y'all are definitely cooler than he was.
Oh, I like full transparency used him for that job.
Oh, yeah.
Like full transparency. You know, I got an email from Indeed earlier about that, and I was like, I mean, 7 times to charm, I could come back. I'll apply again.
To work it.
Yeah, it was through the agency again.
Dude.
And they're like hiring like right under like $2 under what you make.
Really?
I can't remember exactly what you make, so it might be a little bit less than that, but yeah. It's way more than what I got when I applied through the agency.
Yeah, I know that they've changed their starting pay scale a lot since then, just because of like modern
I
trends
think
and all that.
I think if I look at my email right now, I think it's like $5 more. Hold on, I'm actually curious now because it pissed me off earlier. Why do I have so many goddamn emails? It is for $5 more than what I started out at.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna go do things that are irrevocable to myself now.
I'm gonna start smoking crack and go to a porta potty.
And sleep in there till I wither. I'm trying to think of like other topics before we end the first episode.
just leave it on a crackhead store.
Leave it on the crackheads. Christ.
Yeah. That was. What is this?
This started as a bit, and I did not think it would be a thing we'd be like actually sit down on a random Tuesday in June and we'd actually do. And I hope we continue to do this, because if I keep getting off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm down with doing this. This is actually fun.
Like a weekly kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. If I can consistently have days like that.
Oh yeah, if you keep having this, like, dude, this has been, again, it just feels like we're just bullshitting like normal.
Yeah, but we have to be nice, because YouTube will kill me in my sleep. I mean, I love YouTube. YouTube is a great platform, and I hope I can prosper on it.
Don't invoke the name of Susan. I heard if you say it 3 times in the bathroom with your lights off, she appears and demonetizes all of your content.
Probably. I'm not even monetized yet.
Not even monetized, already demonetized.
Imagine going into debt before monetization.
Yeah.
Well, send off the first episode, bud.
So you want me to do? I gotta do the intro and outro.
Yeah, actually.
Hi, this has been Kana Arima and Tux Bird on the first maybe last episode of what do we call this?
Just goofing off.
Just goofing off.
You
Um,
made the title.
like
You
5 seconds
made
ago.
this.
Dude,
Unacceptable.
imagine that bit's gotta get going.
I gotta get. It's like anyway, as we were saying.
Yeah. So, anyways, as I was saying, later.
Later.